Hello, cncHD here. Welcome back to another Worldbuilder tutorial. In today's video I will explain how to script the basics of your own custom AI for this game. If you hear a plane in the background, I'm sorry, I have a airfield next to me. Okay, first off, I recommend to use another Worldbuilder, not the custom one from EA, but a wonderful thing from the community. For that purpose, you go to legi.cc, and here on the left side, you go to Downloads Genpatcher. This will bring you up to this site. There you click on Direct Download from legi.cc, or if this link doesn't work, on Mediafire. Download that. It will be detected as a virus, but it is no virus. When you have it started, this will bring up this page, this little window here. Go to additional content. There, go to Worldbuilder. By the way, I can really recommend the Controlbar. It's very neat. Go get it. It's superb and it looks good. And if you doesn't have Gentool yet, go get Gentool. Okay, but here we are in the Worldbuilder. You can select between the version 2.7 by Adrian, version 2.2 by I Love Mixery, or the default one. We already have the default one. I, for example, use the 2.7 by Adrian. You can also use the 2.2 by I Love Mixery. It's a bit of a design change here. Yeah, I go with 2.7 by Adrian, then download and install, and it will install you the Worldbuilder. Now that we have done that, we can start up the Worldbuilder. And I already prepared a test map for this tutorial today. There it is. Some might recognize this map. It's my Rising of the Legend map. So, as it is right now, if we start this map, which we will do right now, we will see that the AI will do something. It has the custom scripts and it will start building stuff. There it is, AI test. And if I scan the map, we will see he builds something. He builds a barracks, then he goes for a supply stash down on top. He builds some workers. Yeah, he certainly does things. First off, what you need for your skirmish AI, if we go to a new map, to quickly explain that, what you need to go to Edit Player List, and you will be confronted with this window. Here, click on Add Skirmish Players. This will bring you in all the skirmish players which are available in this game. Mind you, there's no boss general. I always get the complaint why I'm not scripting the boss general, because there is no boss general in here. It's also not selectable in the game. It's just not there, okay? So please stop complaining. Then click on OK. Now if you go to scripts, you have all the folders for the skirmish AIs. These are all empty. If the game would now load these folders, it would detect that these folders are empty, and it would load the default AI of EA, so that it would build that what we just saw in the game. Yeah, a lot of planes today here. Can tell that I live next to an airport here. It's a bit loud. I'm already preparing my stinger to bring down these planes here. Okay, so now that we have that in mind, we also now need to do the scripting. So we go back to the map. Let me quickly reopen it. Here we go. So in this map, we are now here in the scripts. We have my little intro here that this map was created by me. It's in the civilian folder, but everything we do for this AI must be in the GLA or China or America or Air Force folder or whatever you're scripting. Let's say we are scripting the GLA. Let's just assume that. Then every script needs to be in the folder skirmish GLA. First thing we script is that the player can build. So let's start with GLA vanilla underscore setup. You don't need to name it like that. You could just write whoop. That would also work. But if you have 50 folders of whoop, then you will lose oversight. So what I do is I start with setup. And because we have multiple AIs here, I start with GLA vanilla setup. It's an active script and it will deactivate upon success. You could also say this script has been created by the one and only Mr. Cat because he is awesome. This would be an available comment here in the script for every other people who look at your map. It's a true in the conditions. If true, then go to player, say build. Set the player to be able to build buildings. Select as player this player. You don't need to select skirmish GLA. You can just say this player. It's very easy for the scripting, just say this player. Then you copy that and you set the player to be able to build units. Say again, this player. And click on OK. Now confirm this action and you have successfully created this folder. GLA vanilla setup. If true, then this player is able to build units and buildings. Click on OK, save and test. If it's done correctly, the AI shouldn't build anything because there are no scripts. Let's also make the GLA our ally so we can actually see what he's doing. Now we can see he's there, he's not doing anything, he's just there and waiting for our scripts. We will give him the scripts now. Excuse me. So if we go to scripts, we create a new folder and say GLA underscore build order. Again, you don't have to name it like that. You are not forced to do that. It's just an idea. And I will also create a folder named GLA vanilla setup or paperwork, because it's the paperwork we are doing. You can also easily drag and drop all these scripts here to another folder if you would like to. If you notice, hey man, the script needs to be placed in Air Force, then just drag and drop it in Air Force. Also, if you say I want to have the paperwork on the top, the build order on the bottom, just drag and drop that and it will switch its place. Now in the build order, create a new script and say GLA vanilla build order first supply. You could also just say first supply. But again, we have multiple AIs here. We want to have it nicely arranged and we want to have a nice overview here. So I name it like that. It's a true script. It's an active script and it deactivates upon success. You can also activate if it's only for hard or if it's for all difficult levels. I select all because I don't bother with easy and normal. I only bother with hard. But if you want to create an easy AI, then deselect normal and hard. Then he will only do this if he is an easy AI. The condition is true. If true, then go to player, build, AI, here, AI. And player AI, there's a script called AI player build near a supply source. Have AI this player build a GLA, because we are GLA vanilla, supply stash. There we go. GLA supply stash near supply source with at least, and then you need to check what supply source has what available resources here. We just say 25,000 because why not? And then okay. And then we say okay and save. Now if we check that again, we can see he's moving his worker here to the top. He's building a supply stash. So that worked. He's not doing anything else. He's not building a worker. He's just building that supply stash. And then we will notice that he's loading a pre-default script, which says build multiple workers at that supply stash. You can see that he is building a ton of workers there. That is hard tied to the game. You cannot change that. This is hard scripted. So he will now build multiple workers. I think like 8 or so. Here he has built 6. That's the perfect amount of workers. Sometimes they create 7 or 8, but 6 is actually the perfect amount of workers. Okay, now that we have that in mind, we can say that he builds a barracks. So we go back to scripts and say GLA build order, copy, and here we say first barracks. If true, or let's say I want the supply stash first and then the barracks. I could say if he has the first supply, then a timer will be activated. So let's start with a timer. Script a timer, set GLA vanilla first barracks. Expire in 1 second. Here in the first barracks, we say first barracks if timer first barracks has expired. Then action if true, have AI this player, and then you need to go to build. No, you actually don't need to go to build. You need to go to skirmish on only. Skirmish only build. Build a building tied to AI data.ini. Please keep in mind you cannot spam 8 barracks into there. He will only build 1 or 2 because it's hard tied to AI data.ini. To build multiple barracks, you have to be a bit scripting around. But we first concentrate on the standard scripts. Build a building of type GLA barracks. Now what that will do is he will build the supply stash, and once he has finished the supply stash, he will build a barracks. He goes all the way around, builds the supply stash. And then he will start building the barracks. That's because there's only 1 worker. We haven't scripted in that he has multiple workers. And now he creates the barracks. Again, it's hard tied to the AI data. It's hard scripted that the barracks needs to be placed here. Okay, after that he will not do anything anymore. This is what it is. Now let's get a bit deeper into scripting. We now have 2 buildings, but I also want to have multiple workers. So we create a condition folder. GLA vanilla conditions. I want to have the paperwork on the top, the build order above the conditions. It's a cosmetic thing, you can have it in the order as you want. So in that condition we say new script, GLA vanilla, build order first wave or something. Let's just call it first wave. It's a subroutine. Select that. Okay, if true, then do nothing. Press OK and save, here with the OK. Now go to Teams. Go to GLA and add a new team in the skirmish GLA folder. That is very important. We can now see the owner is skirmish GLA. It's the team 0001. We want to name it first worker. Or GLA vanilla first worker. Or just worker. Extra worker. Extra worker. Production condition. He only sees subroutine scripts here with the production condition. So because this is a subroutine, he will see it as an available script. We say, yes, give me the first wave as production condition. Keep in mind, this is the true script. So if true, then do nothing. So this means the first second we are in this game, he will build this worker. Because this script activates on the first second of the beginning of this match. I could say I want to have 4 of them, so 4 workers. Maximum quantity produced at once, 4. I want to have 4 workers. Now we say min and max 1 for the GLA infantry worker. GLA infantry worker, there we have it. Behavior, we don't need to do anything. We don't need to mind the generic tab or the reinforcement tab. Just go to identify, identity, and put in here what you would like to see. You could also pre-select the home position. That is the waypoint where the units go to gather. We just select none because they can just park in front of the command center. Priority, how much priority the AI sets on building these workers. I could say 900, then it's very on the top. Could also say 1, and it doesn't really matter here for a worker, it's just a worker. So let's just say that. Go to save. And now restart. We should now see a second worker. There we go. Worker came out, build a barracks. And he will now build up to 4 workers. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 workers. Including the starting worker. If it works like that, I have no idea. I'm not that good in scripting, but I think because there's already the starting worker, he maybe detects it as a worker and only produces 3. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, now that the barracks is there, we could technically build units. Let's do that. So we again go to Teams, GLA. We have the trigger with the first wave, so we can use that. We add a new team, GLA vanilla, first wave, rebels. You could say between 1 and 3 rebels of the GLA. with a maximum quantity produced of 5. So they have 5 times 1 or 3 rebels. Priority of 100 or something. Production condition, very important. If you don't select that, they will not be produced. And then they need a behavior. I always set them to aggressive. They will now be produced from the barracks and they will not do anything. So we need to give them a script to do something. So let's go to skirmish GLA, new folder. GLA vanilla, behavior. Let's go with the very basic of the basic ones for this basic tutorial, which is GLA vanilla, behavior, hunt. They just go hunt. It's the most basic script you can script. Subroutine, if true, then team, hunt. Set to hunt. This team. This team begins hunting. Always just select this team. So they're on the top. This team begins hunting. If true, begins hunting. Subroutine. Subroutine, very important. Then go back to your teams. Rebel. Behavior. On create. Hunt. Make sure to select the correct script. If you select first wave, he will not do anything, because it's a production condition. It's listed down here because it's a subroutine. So we select behavior, hunt. We click on save. And now if I go in as the enemy, let's create the spy drone here. Creates the barracks.
Loud and clear.
Like he should. He also has a supply stash there under production. And he should now start producing rebels. Yep, there comes the rebel. 1 to 3 rebels. He has now 2, he's waiting for the 3rd rebel. And now they go hunt. And now he builds the next team. 1, 2, okay, again waits for the 3rd rebel. And goes hunting. Doesn't go hunting, okay. Okay, these are the things you need to observe. So right now they're just parking there, doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, he keeps on producing and producing and producing.
They're attacking our base.
Okay, that needs to be fixed. If things like that happen, it's best to check first on the deactivation of the scripts. So if you go to behavior, there's a deactivate upon success check mark. If we uncheck that, this should be fixed for the team. Let's retry that. Supply stash is created, barracks is in production, workers are being produced. And now the rebels should come out and attack. I don't get it why he's always producing 3. As I told him 1, 2, 3. Not sure why he always is now producing 3. Okay, if it is all done correctly, then this rebel team should also now start attacking. Yep, and it works. Perfect. So this deactivate upon success checkmark needed to be out. Now he keeps on attacking. Since we set the maximum quantity in the teams, he will soon stop with the building.
Base is being attacked.
I think this is the last team. Okay, more rebels.
General, our base is under attack.
Money is he keeping recruiting? Okay, is there another team? And this was the last team, okay.
They're attacking our base.
So that's the maximum amount of rebels. Okay, that is all you need to know for the basics. Pretty much. If you want to add on to that, just continue with the build order. For example, the next building you want to have is an arms dealer. First arms dealer. If true, then, or let's say if if true sometimes causes bugs. So if player owns this player has equal to or greater than 1 supply stash. So that is the condition for an arms dealer, so we use that. Supply stash. Then build a building of type GLA, structure, arms dealer. And okay, we quickly test that. And then this will be the end of the video for the basics of the AI scripting. I think it's like already 30 minutes or something, so very long. You're already getting tired of my voice, I think. So let's first check that and then end the video. Technically, he should now build a supply stash. So as soon as the supply stash, I'm an arms dealer. As soon as the supply stash here goes up, he should build an arms dealer. Okay, maybe he's building it here on the top. Let's wait for the next scan. I think he's building it here on the top. There it is. There's the arms dealer. We can see it worked. You can now script in a team that he's producing quad cannons, same like the rebels, and goes hunt, and this way he attacks you. Okay, this has been the basic of the basic for the AI scripting. This is a way you can build a base and let the AI attack you with your pre-selected scripts and teams and conditions and behaviors. This has been your cncHD. I hope this video helped you in learning the basics of AI scripting. And more videos will come for sure. There's a playlist of all the AI scripting videos, also of other people here on YouTube. You can check that out, and we see us in the next video. Till then, goodbye.